Hello, hello, hello. Let's talk about worms, parasites, and mold. All right, so I'm doing live on TikTok and on Instagram. And I haven't done one at nighttime in a while, so this will be exciting. It's been a minute since I've done a nighttime one. How's it going? Hi. Hi, Kevin. Hi, you guys. You're on my cleanse now, dating with Katie. That's exciting. That's exciting. How's it going? What day are you on? Hi. I'm good. How are you, Shell? Good. Okay, so I'm doing dual lives, TikTok and Instagram. I haven't done it in a while, and I had a little energy, so I'm going to do one tonight. Good, good. Hi. I did a candida cleanse and now doing a heavy metal cleanse, trying to go slow. Parasites up next. Nice. Well, Leslie, you know what's really great about that? Hi, Erica. You know what's really great is that ours is a candida, parasite, and heavy metal. So you're just going to kind of like cover more bases. Since you've already been doing that, you'll get to actually do some more. Aw, thanks, Shell. I've lost some weight. I did some Morpheus 8 on my face, which has really been great because when you are as chronically ill as I was, my skin lost all of its collagen. And this is what it looks like 4 days after. She really got me here. So, yeah, absolutely a C survivor can do the cleanse. Absolutely. In fact, we really recommend doing it 3 to 4 times a year minimum or with symptoms. So if you get done with your cleanse and you're still feeling yucky, then you can actually wait 7 days and come back and do your 30 days again. Back to back. Can you explain? Oh, what did I do to my face? It's called Morpheus. They do little micro trauma to make your body produce collagen. It helps with like wrinkles and fine lines, and so you don't have to like inject anything in your face. You just inject little needles. But there's nothing on those, so it's not toxic. It takes about 4 days, 4 to 5 days to heal from. Can you cleanse? Yes, you can cleanse while you're on GLP-1. Ah, thanks, Erica. I mean, this is really what I should have looked like at age 46. But then when you get really ill, it like ages you. So I'm really thankful that there are modalities out there like Vivace and Morpheus, which is all microneedling. Can you tell me why you shouldn't do a cleanse while pregnant? Anna, it's because the herbs have not been tested, and it is, you shouldn't even drink coffee, they say, while pregnant. So if you're wanting to parify, then you shouldn't do it while you're pregnant, breastfeeding, under the age of 3, on chemo meds or blood thinners. How long is the kit good for, purchased if haven't used yet? 3 years, Jackie. It's good for 3 years. Can I do a metal detox with metal? Yes. Shall we just use cilantro as our heavy metal detox herb? So absolutely you can with Parify. But needed. We are on week 3. Oh, nice. Week 3 is a good week. How are you feeling on week 3, Katie? What should we be expecting? Just feeling better, no brain fog, inflammation has been decreased. Sometimes the second cleanse is more intense than the first cleanse. So just so you know, your first cleanse, you could be like, this was a piece of cake. Then you get your second cleanse and it's like, oh God. Because you like disrupted them. They know now that you know. So their frequency. Hi, Lee. I'm almost finished with my cleanse. Nice, OG X Amish. How'd it go? Hi, Camila. For the first time parasite cleanse, is it too rough? For the first time parasite cleanse, is it too rough? Yes, you have lost some weight. Your face looks smaller. I have lost weight. I've lost, total, thanks. Total, I've lost around 65 pounds since I've started this whole journey. But the last 2 years, because of mold, it's been a struggle, which happens when you have mold poisoning, it disrupts your metabolism. So I have metabolic disorder, which is pretty typical when you have mold poisoning. You never feel hungry. You always feel anxious. And when you do eat, you don't really ever feel full. You get air hungry. But it's the first time I've actually felt like hungry. So I've been eating differently. I've been eating like low histamine foods, making sure none of my foods have any mold in them. Just really like being conscientious about what I eat and working out. I've been going to our gym the last couple of months. We live in an apartment right now in Seattle, and so we've been going to the gym. It's starting to get nice out, so we're walking outside more. Just really trying to take care of ourselves. TPE helped push that, therapeutic plasma exchange, which I've done that. And then sauna. So just using the modalities that I talk about on my accounts as well as my podcast. Have you guys seen the podcast yet? What's Eating You? Our new episode drops tomorrow. It's called Field Trip. We take you along to Dr. Cohn's office, which he's in the LA area. And he's got a ton of modalities. And then I did a meet and greet there. I think it was in August. So we're catching up on some of our content. And then we have, like every month, we're going to be dropping podcasts, me and Sam. So make sure you go watch it. All right, let's go to TikTok here. You don't have to refrigerate after opening. Got my kit and I'm recovering from the flu. Do you think it's okay to start tomorrow? Absolutely. And anybody that wants to know this going forward, if you ever do get ill while on the cleanse, that you're like, I don't think this is die-offs, it's just like a yucky feeling, take the binder. Cinnabon is not just for parasite cleansing. Binders are really great if you're not feeling well, if you need to bind, if you've eaten something yucky. Some people take binders every day. Sometimes I do. Sometimes over the last couple of weeks, I had a food poisoning on January 15th, and it lasted for a few days, and then it affected my pancreas and my gallbladder. So I bind now because I'm trying to heal my gut. I disrupted my microbiome a little bit when I got really ill. So I take a binder every day. When you go get a massage, you should take a binder after you get a massage. When you go to the sauna, you should take a binder after you go to the sauna. If you do a parasite cleanse or a mold cleanse, you should bind because it helps. It's a negative charge and it helps with a positive charge, and then it helps magnify that and then push it out. So some people, like I said, say to bind every day. I won't bind every day in a couple of weeks. I'm just finishing up my round of gut supplements, and then I'm feeling a lot better. Things have calmed down, but it's taken around 6 weeks. Like 3 or 4 days of having food poisoning really affected my microbiome. Okay, my cousin found out she has a tapeworm, in her brain. They advised all of us to cleanse. Absolutely, Fields of Homestead, you should cleanse. We should all be cleansing 3 to 4 times a year. But specifically when someone in your house actually ends up finding out that they have a tapeworm, everyone in your house and in your family share the same microbiome. You can cross-contaminate each other. When Jeremy and I found out that we had parasites, our doctor told us don't have any sort of relations because I might not have the parasite he has, and so he might give it to me, so they can be transmitted that way. I definitely think that your cousin needs to follow what the doctor says, and then all the time do a parasite cleanse, and then hawthorn berry for life. Tapeworms don't like hawthorn berry, and if you ever watch any of my bear videos where the bear has the tapeworm coming out of its bum, they eat better and higher quality salmon than us, and they still get tapeworms. They immediately go and eat hawthorn berry and hawthorn. So hawthorn berry and hawthorn are one big plant. You can take both. Hawthorn is in our Parafy. And so I did that because so many people have tapeworms and we don't even know it. We don't even know. So just be proactive. But, did you know that RFK has neurocysticercosis, which is tapeworm in the brain, and it ate part of his brain. And he talks about it. Yeah, he had a tapeworm. And then the physical part of the tapeworm is still in his brain. But the like, it's dead. That's what they say, at least. But, you know, a tapeworm can also lay almost 1 million eggs a day, and they have 46 uteruses inside of one segment. Wild, right? I never wanted to know about this much about tapeworms, but I find them now very fascinating. How often should you detox? 3 to 4 times a year, or with symptoms? So if you are on a Parasite cleanse, you get off of the Parasite cleanse and you still feel yucky, that's a symptom. It means that you've disrupted them and now you got to finish them off. All right, Perth, Australia. Day 2 cleanse for me, headaches and increased tendinitis pushing through. You got this, Lee. If it gets to be too much, take Sustain 3 times a day with the other 3 tinctures. Anytime you guys want to take Sustain 3 times a day, you can. Sustain is one of my favorite tinctures. We're actually created a new kit called the Lymph kit, Lymf. It helps with Lyme, but its main purpose is to move your lymphatic system. So it's going to be great prior to a cleanse. It has Sustain in it. That's how much I love Sustain. It'll be 3 tinctures in a binder, and it's slated to launch on May 15th. So you guys need to stay on our email list to make sure you guys get after it right away. We've made a lot, but I have a feeling it's going to be extremely busy when we launch it. It's been a huge desire to have that kit for a lot of people, and we have enough soaking, but I just want to let you guys know that it could sell out just like Red Artist. It also has turkey tail and lion's mane, you guys, my favorite 2 mushrooms next to Red Artist. It's going to be like all of the mushy friends got together and are partying now. I'm doing fat fasting with a cleanse with olive oil. Nice. Should one stay close to home while on the cleanse? No, I think maybe the first couple of days just to see how your body reacts. Definitely when you do gutty. I do recommend the Ultimate Parasite Kit, which is gutty, fulvic, and the Parasite Kit. That one then, because gutty is kind of, it's a colon cleanse, it's a mucoid plaque cleanse. Like, I didn't need to stay close to the toilet for that one, but some people do. It's also got 2 different binders in it, so it could stop you up. So just be conscientious that if you do stop pooping while you're on any cleanse, you should pause the cleanse in order for you to assist with that. One suggestion I have if you do stop pooping is that put castor oil on your abdomen and use the red light. That'll push the castor oil deeper and help knock some things loose, as well as doing a cream of tartar drink, which is an adrenal cocktail. So you do like, I think it's like a couple teaspoons of cream of tartar, like a cup of coconut water, a little bit of sea salt, and chug it back. Cream of tartar, which is just potassium, is actually a stool softener, so it'll help loosen up your stool. So I highly suggest doing that if you have a hard time going poop. You can also pause the binder or look at a different binder, which we are working ourselves on a different binder because we do know that charcoal can constipate you. It also has some restrictions. So we're really working on not having charcoal as our main binder soon. I just have to get a piece of equipment over from China in order to make more binders. So anyway, I like Cellcore's binder, but it does have citric acid in it. So that's kind of an issue if you are super sensitive to citric acid. All right. I had my first colonic on Friday while on Mounjaro. It helped me, but after effective rotten, it felt slimy. Yucky, friend. I recommend, because I know that GLP-1s can cause you to get constipated. So I do recommend doing all the things I just said. Red light therapy on your abdomen, drinking cream of tartar, moving your body as much as possible, doing colonics, coffee enemas. All of these things will help move your bowels, and just be really conscientious about taking binders when you're on a GLP-1. I'm on a cleanse soon. Good job, friend. All right, I'm coming over to Insta. Wow, I'm doing pretty good for not done this for a while. What's best for heavy metals? Lead. Like what cleanse, Mandy? The best cleanse is mine, in my opinion. We use Metal Flush. Metal Flush is the name of our heavy metal detox and tincture, and it has cilantro in it. So cilantro is a heavy metal detox herb. And then I do recommend that if you're looking for like a soul strict heavy metal, another heavy metal tincture is ours, Recover, which has shiitake mushrooms in it. And if you don't know the story behind shiitake mushrooms, they help with symptoms of radiation. So shiitake, there's a big study that has shown after Japan and Hiroshima that shiitakes came in and absorbed the radiation and cleaned the air. So suggestion is if you are exposed a lot to radiation, like going at the airport, then take Recover. It can also be used as a heavy metal detox. Oyster and shiitake helped me detox some heavy metals. That's why I added them into Recover. So I highly suggest adding a lot of the tinctures that I talk about specifically because you'll have a much better cleanse. And I did that because we're exposed to so many things, and it's really difficult for all of us to know exactly what we're exposed to, right? So you kind of have to throw a lot of different herbs into the mix in order for you to know exactly what to do. That's what I did. Started the cleanse 6 days ago. Feel pretty good. Wondering how long it takes to start working. I mean, it's working the minute you take it. It gets into your bloodstream. Just because you don't have die-offs or you don't have any weird symptoms doesn't mean it's not. And 6 days is just the beginning. And sometimes you can do the cleanse, and after you're done with the cleanse, you have disrupted them, or you've disrupted a toxin, and you'll start to have Herxheimer's, which is die-offs, and you'll need to kind of go back on another cleanse. I do give you enough product that if that happens, you can do 5 or 10 days. I give you around 40 days of product. So you do your 30 days, you can keep going, or you can pause and do like a 5-day mini cleanse. So 5 days over the full moon for 2 months, and then go back onto your 30-day cleanse. But 6 days just isn't enough to really sit down and be like, yes, I have parasites, you know? Okay. Any idea why I still have cortisol adrenal dumps in the morning? I mean, Kevin, you know, our bodies have been doing this for years, and I think that to really understand our bodies is more than just doing a 30-day cleanse. You know, I've been doing this since 2021, and I still find new things about my body all the time, and I'm kind of an expert in this at this point. But I do find that there's a lot of different things that go on with our bodies that as you're doing layers of what we're doing here, you're unveiling more, right? So in 2019, I went to my property to find out what was wrong with me. And in 2020, I started having journeys with mushies. And then I found out I had parasites. And then I found out I had mold. And then I found out I had Lyme. And then I found out I had autoimmune encephalitis, which is caused from strep in the brain. And now I'm at a peak where I feel like I've got a lot of these things under control. And I would have started though. I would have never known if I hadn't just started with a parasite cleanse. And that's why I'm so adamant, just do a cleanse, because it helps you understand, okay, well, I have brain fog. Did it clear? Well, these herbs helped my brain fog clear, right? So the herbs like wormwood are antiparasitics, but I also use Oregon grapefruit, which is an anti-inflammatory. I also use usnea, which helps with viruses and bacteria that are dropping. And you know, you can have Epstein-Barr virus and it can lay dormant until you get stressed. Like there's so many different levels and layers of viruses and bacteria and parasites and mold and strep that like we're always going to be doing cleansing and doing these modalities. This is a lifelong journey, you know, like you just want to feel your best while you're on this journey in this human body. And so that's really what this whole thing is about, is just understanding that like there isn't just one cleanse that's going to be it. It's just a part of what your new life journey is, if that makes sense. All right. Let's see. If I didn't answer your question, just ask me again and I'll do it. Yes, we ship to Canada. Can you, when you're on I'm not sure. If you ever have a question about medications against our kit, it's really wormwood and Oregon grapefruit that are the biggest issues when you're looking at medications versus our herbs. I have a link in my profile. It'll say hello pharmacist. And none of this is medical advice. I do this because I really want to get people healthy in their life. So just know that like you have to do your own research, but I give you the tools to be able to start where you can to do your own research. So my suggestion always is check your medications against our herbs, mainly wormwood and Oregon grapefruit. Up in my profile under the Hello Pharmacist tab, it'll ask you what your medication is. It'll ask you what herb it is that you're wanting to check against. And that is how you can determine if you're okay to take your meds with our Parasite kit or moldies or support kit. Just know that I'm not a doctor. I'm not your doctor. And I'm not here to give medical advice. I'm literally just sharing my knowledge because this knowledge has been buried for a very long time in books. And, I used to be a professor, so I love doing this. It's one of my favorite things to do in life is to teach people about their bodies. So just so you know, everything you ever need is in my profile. And if I don't have it in my profile, you can email us, team@rogershood.com. You can go into our DMs. You can go into the comments. Anything we do and talk about is always somewhere, and it's always free, except for our kit. Okay, just so you guys know, because on Instagram, I can save this live and have it rewatched. So I like to give more information. It's so weird to be on two phones. It's been a minute since I've done this. All right. What is the youngest that can do your cleanse? Ages 3. Ages 3 and up, Angel. Ages 3 and up. Can you do this while you're trying to conceive? So Rachel, the only thing that I can say without giving any medical advice, because this isn't, is that wormwood is the issue. And so if you go and research wormwood against trying to conceive, it's going to be your call. I have had quite a few people actually take my kit and conceive, including our bottle guy. His name is Tyler. Love him. I think his son is age 2 now. I sent him a kit. They did it. They had been trying for years to have a child. And once your body is not trying to feed another living thing inside of you, it's like, oh, okay, I can do this. When you have a parasite or heavy metals or mold, that's a frequency. It's alive. It's growing inside of you. And so if you are, hi, thanks, Penny. If you're able to, remove some of that and give your body a little fighting chance, there is a huge possibility that you can conceive. We've had a lot of people in the 3 years we've been doing this conceive. So is it okay? I do recommend espresso that you try it. Like it's 30 days. You go in, you see if it cleans some things out. Candida can stop you from conceiving. Lyme can do that. Parasites, mold, Epstein-Barr, like all of these things can at least be shoved out. Is that the word I'm trying to think of? Kim, I did 4 kits over the last year, still seeing worms. Do I need something stronger or just keep going? You just keep going. We've never cleansed before. 4 kits is like what people do in other countries, And so this is a lifelong journey, and it is very normal to see parasites after you have gotten off the Parasite kit. In fact, some people see them more. Another thing that you can do, JS, for phototherapy, try moldies, friend. I have had a lot of people come back to me and tell me that moldies, they saw more worms, but they felt better because as these worms are bailing out, they are dropping some spores. And sometimes you just need to shake the situation up a little bit and change up your herbs. And then in May, we'll have the lymph kit. And so you can do a whole series of like the lymph kit with the moldies, with the support kit and the Parasite kit. So you can do that. Okay. My queen. Hi, Olivia. Hi, my friend. You're looking very beautiful. I've been watching your videos. Day 2 of Gutty. Oh, Jules, how is day 2 of Gutty? Man, Gutty is rough. It's not a bad taste. It's like the texture, and you got to like chug it. My suggestion is if you split it into 2 cups, the dry part, and then do 1 cup of the water with the lime, chug it, and then put the other cup of the water and the lime and chug it. Because, man, it is hard to chug 2 cups of water before those chia seeds set up. This is feeling fine. It's going super well. I take it under sun. Good job, friend. That's fantastic. You have lost a small person. I have lost a small person. We are buying a large infrared sauna. Any suggestions? Absolutely. I suggest Thurisage. But theirs is like kind of small. It's like just one person. If you're going to do a bigger one and you want multiple people to sit in it, I recommend Sunlight. And I don't have a code, but they have chromotherapy too. See if you can get chromotherapy, which is light therapy. It has like 7 different lights, and it has frequency therapy in it. Go to Elizabeth Carson. She's Forbidden Knowledge's wife. She has a link for Sunlight infrared sauna. I was looking into them too. I like Halo therapy as well. It's like very expensive though. It's a sauna and then it shoots in salt. Halo therapy is really amazing. It's just salt therapy, but it helps break up mucus in your lungs. Having mold, when I had mold, it was so helpful to like breathe in some of the salt. It was a therapy I never even knew about until I had mold. Great podcast. Really enjoyed it. Oh, thanks, friend. B Gardner 18. Appreciate that. If you guys haven't seen my podcast, go watch it. What's Eating You? It's on YouTube. You can find the link in my profile. We did 2 now so far. We did in person and then we did lives. So we podcasted the live, and then tomorrow we drop our episode field trip. So we did 2 styles of podcasting. We did the podcast, and then we did a field trip, which is where we go and we show you the modalities. And tomorrow's is with Dr. Howard Cohn. He owns the Cohn Institute and also has the Biostacking Summit, which is just a lot of doctors. You get a lot of knowledge. But we went to his institute. I did a meet and greet and I did a live. And then I did a lot of his modalities, and it was just really fun to kind of show you guys exactly what you can do, different ideas. He has a red light bed. He's got a bed that like charges your cells. You sit in between it and your cells get charged. It's pretty cool. He's in Cali. Do any of your products reduce cortisol? I feel like when you get your nervous system under control, when you do end up having some parasites that die off, it definitely helps reduce the cortisol. My cortisol was really high for years because I was addicted to the stress, I guess. So I think that as soon as I realized I needed to calm my stress load down, which has been really hard, you know, I went viral and then I started a business that's viral, and I have 30 employees and a 10,000 square foot manufacturing facility, and I've moved a few times. I found out I had mold poisoning, and I found out I had Lyme. I got back with my family after 7 years. Like, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. Life is lifing. But the minute I realized that I needed to get my cortisol levels down and I needed to calm my nervous system down, I feel like I've lost more weight. My hair is growing back. You can see it's super like crazy because it was so broken. Mold loves the feeling of lost. So as soon as I started to get my nervous system to not feel lost anymore, it really helped my cortisol levels. I also took a supplement called Cortisol Manager. And if you're looking for a really amazing doctor, I've got a few in my profiles under preferred practitioner. Dr. Cohn's one. Dr. Giles is one. She's my personal one. And she's really helped me with really great supplements. And supplements can be viewed as well as just taking a pill. You got to do the work on both sides of it. It's going to help maintain, but it's also going to help calm your nervous system, allowing you to get out there and do it in a movement type of way, if that makes sense. All right. We finished the Parasite kit and we are taking a week off and then started the Super Parasite for round 2. Woo! Woo, Kayla, get it, girl. I'm excited for you. Guys, she's the best. Literally saved my life in 21 when I had a parasite and nematode. Oh, Olivia, yeah, look at you thriving now, girl. Did a cleanse and everything I had went away. Seriously, you guys, like when I say how sick I was, if you go back and you look at some of my videos, I was really ill. Even before I did my cleansing, I was really ill. And then I really started to focus on other things. And once I started to realize that the parasites had taken over my body and I was able to kind of start to rid some of them, life changed really fast. They suck all your energy. They're literally parasites that take your energy. What is the shelf life? 3 years. 3 years. Do you have to take the 4-day break? Can you go straight from gutty to cleanse? Listen, if you're feeling okay, you can go straight in. But I said to do the 4-day break because sometimes on day 2 after you've done gutty, you start to get the die-offs. But if you feel good, start it. Is okay to do a cleanse while on chemo? No, unfortunately, it has to do with wormwood and black walnut hull. So, and Oregon grapefruit. So definitely go check your meds against those herbs. I have a link in my profile. It is Hello Pharmacist. If you're on this live, I definitely suggest grabbing yourself a Parasite kit. Use Parasite 10 as your discount code. And we do recommend 3 to 4 times a year. It's 3 tinctures in a binder. We give you instructions and we ship worldwide. We also have a nut-free option. And our kit is good for ages 3 and up. So definitely grab the Parasite kit if you want to do a super Parasite kit that has Red Artist. Red Artist is red belted polypore and Artist Conch. Artist Conch is for digestion. It helped me get off my GERD. You can take it every day. And then red belted polypores for your nervous system. Again, you can take Red Artist every day. It is a wellness supplement. You can actually take all of our supplements every day except for Parasite and Moldies. So if you're like, I feel so good on the cleanse, keep taking the supplement tinctures like Sustain and Metal Flush, Recover and Immune, Red Artist. And then when we get our lymph kit, you can take that every day. It's going to be a brain health tincture and mood, and also a Lyme and lymphatic. So I use cat's claw, lion's mane, turkey tail, sarsaparilla. Like, it's just going to be a really great way to get your body started for Parasite. Do you lose weight on a Parasite cleanse? Actually, you can. It's not marketed by us as a weight loss, but I did use 2 herbs that helps suppress your appetite and help you not have cravings. When you're doing a Parasite cleanse, you start to have really crazy cravings, specifically because they want to be fed. They don't want to die. When I first did my first cleanse, I ate burgers and ice cream, and I don't eat burgers and ice cream. They wanted to eat burgers and ice cream. And so I'm like, what is going on with me? And since then, I'm like, oh, that's right, because that's what they thrive on. They're trying to not die. You're feeding them. That's why we say to do the best you can in our food guide, which is in my profile. It's free. I have a free cookbook. It does say no meat, no sugar, no carbs, no alcohol. However, over the last few years that I've been doing this, I've done a lot of research, and they do recommend that if you struggle with no meat, to eat a protein. The best you can, grass-fed, grass-finished, organic. Eat the cleanest you possibly can. But I do give you a guide. It is a free cookbook, and we do say, you know, those foods are to avoid. But I've done a lot of research for myself as well. I used to not eat a lot of meat, and now I eat meat because I feel better. My hair likes it better. So just do your best. It's just a guide. It's just, we're just trying to keep you from having more die-offs. If I haven't answered your question and I skip over it, just ask below and I will get to it. Can I open up the cinnamon and put it in my Epsom salt bath? Absolutely, you can. Absolutely. It's just coconut, activated charcoal, and Ceylon cinnamon. That's all that's in there. I'm a carnivore, so that would be tough. Absolutely, Amber. Eat the meat. Eat it. I'm actually creating a new cookbook. I do feel like it's tough because I picked the strictest diet, and we've been on that strict diet for 3 years now since we've done Parify, and I just haven't had a lot of time. So we've reached out to the community and asked them for recipes that have meat in them that you guys have eaten. So if you've done our cleanse and you have a really awesome recipe that has meat in it, email it to us, team@rogershood.com. We will feature it in the next cookbook, which I'm hoping to have done by the end of this year for Christmas. That's what we did with the last cookbook. It was a Christmas present to the community. And so I just need to get more recipes. I think we ended up with like 123 pages of recipes. So it's a pretty robust cookbook. That's the Candida Diet Cookbook. And so I definitely recommend sending us the recipe and eating meat if you have to. I mean, I feel better. I feel better. Hi, Nicole. I've heard it's best. Oh, where did it go? Carnivore is amazing. You look great. Thank you, friend. Have you seen people with sun and OCD relief from cleanse? Yes, and Christina, I have a documented OCD. I did a vibrant wellness neural test. That's how I found out I had Epstein-Barr and strep in my brain. I also have OCD, which, you know, people that work with me aren't shocked. It's pretty strict in my brain. So I have had a lot of relief from my OCD. I live a semi-normal, non-OCD life. I can tell when it starts to kick in, and then I try and like control it to the best of my ability. But Oregon grapefruit is really great, relieving some of the inflammation. And I feel like I did that when I did therapeutic plasma exchange, which is where they remove the plasma out of your blood, spin it down, put the blood back in your body, and then you create new plasma. I feel like my OCD has calmed down a lot. So I definitely recommend doing a cleanse 3 to 4 times a year. Give it a try and see how you feel, because it really can be a game changer. I love RFK too. He's really doing a lot of good things. But I have to say that we're doing a lot of good things in this community. I was just talking to my friends today about this. You know, we've got someone that's bringing what we all do to the mainstream. We've all been doing this for a long time, educating people, showing people the way, making people understand that their bodies are temples and that we're in this ginormous medical awakening. And I am proud to be a part of this medical awakening. I'm so proud to be the worm queen and to show people, regardless if you have parasites or not, that we should be cleansing our bodies. We should be cleansing our systems. We are so overloaded with toxins. We're constantly being exposed. Our fish is no longer, good. When the bears are getting parasites from cleaner fish than ours, our air is trash. Sometimes our water is definitely trash. We definitely have water issues here in our country. But the cool thing is that we're all bonding together and we're all saying, look, these issues are happening. However, here's what you can do to help yourself. And that's something that we've never had before. We've never had this many voices. Dr. Jess, Dr. Cone, JFK or RFK. We've got Shervin, like who else? We've got Dr. X, which I'm going to be on Dr. X in a couple of months. We have this Maha movement, regardless of what side of the aisle you're on. Like, you want us to get healthy. We want to be at our optimal. And there's so many things out there that can help us with this. Why not use them? One of them is the Parify kit. Like, why not use it? Put it into your daily life. Do something that helps continue to push you forward and make you feel better. Instead of sitting around going, oh, what can I do? Just start with a cleanse. Literally just go get a Parify kit. Start with it. We give you instructions. We hold your hand. We have programs that you can hop on with me and talk with me. Like, we have so many options for you. And I did that because I was very alone while I was chronically ill. And I wanted to make sure that other people don't feel that way. Okay, let's go back over to Insta. Will that be good for kids again? Yes, ages 3 and up, Christina, ages 3 and up. Oh, and the new kit. Yeah, all of our products will be ages 3 and up. I am really excited about the lymphatic kit for a few reasons. Just like the moldies kit that I did because I had mold. I'm trying to continue to use my lymphatic system movements, and I just feel like lion's mane is such a great brain health. I've had some DNA that's been damaged by my Klonopin, by the parasites, by the mold. So having herbs that help repair your DNA, which is cat's claw, and then you've got holy basil, which I'm trying to calm my nervous system all the time. So there's so many good herbs in this new kit that launches in May that like you can feel better before even going into a cleanse, and then you just feel even more, and more better. So thanks for all your insights, suggestions for highly sensitive that get J Bomb. Do you get it with our kit too? Because I know MCAS people have done really well with us. I have not been in this for a year, 3 years. Pretty face, you're my Shiro. You've helped save my life recently. Oh, hi friend. Well, I'm glad that I was able to help you. I'm glad that my goals are to help others and that I was able to do that for you. Oh, I think coffee enemas are great. I think they're super fantastic when you're especially constipated. But I know Sam, who's my best friend and she's my podcast co-host, she does them every day. And she releases stuff all the time, man. Way more than I've ever released. So, I don't know how I feel about turpentine. I don't really know. I've never really done it. I really like herbs. I'm pretty creature of habit. I'll do some synthetics, like Fend and Mend, and I'll do those. But I really think herbs, our bodies respond so good with herbs. Why not do what we know is working? And that's what our ancestors did. So a binder is a negatively charged herb that gets into your body and it does positive charge. So it's a magnet pulling toxins. So positively charged is toxins and negatively charged is binders. So it helps pull them from your blood, your tissue, and your muscle, and helps pull them out and push them in, just go to the bathroom. Dang China. Any concerns? My husband doing the Parasite cleanse with high blood pressure. I'm not your practitioner. I'm not giving medical advice. Check the medications he's on against our herbs. I have a link in my profile under Hello Pharmacist. We have had people have success getting their blood pressure lowered because your lymphatic system needs to get pushed out and cleaned. What is a binder? Binder is coconut activated charcoal or bentonite clay. It's a negatively charged herb that helps pull out positively charged toxins. All right, clicking over here to TikTok. Do pregnant people? No, unfortunately, Fit and Free from with Tiffany. If you're pregnant, we do recommend holding off. The herbs are a no for pregnant, breastfeeding, under the age of 3, on blood thinners or chemo meds. Can Theraflu push stuff out? I'm not sure. What do you recommend for autism toddlers? Maybe heavy metal. Absolutely, Tina. I recommend Parasite all the way, all day. We've had a lot of children be really great while they're doing the Parasite kit that have autism. How many rounds of Parasite helped put me into remission with endo? So it wasn't just the Parasite cleanses. It was also, I did turkey tail 5 grams a day. I did lion's mane 5 grams a day. I did reishi 5 grams a day. I did maitake 5 grams a day. I grew my own mushrooms. I did psilocybin. I did amanita. Mushrooms were a huge part of my journey. And then I also did gua sha. So in the areas, it's called scraping in Western medicine. I did that in the areas that I had my endo. I also did neural therapy, which helped. They take a little tiny syringe and they use lidocaine and procaine, and then they stretch out and ozone, and they stretch out a scar. One of my scars, because I had 13 surgeries, so I have a lot of scars on my abdomen, and it cleans and kills the bacteria, and then it also breaks up trauma. I also have done therapeutic plasma exchange. I have done NAD. That really helped me a lot. I do NAD IV once a month, and then I do NAD injections. I did HBOT, which is a really amazing modality that helped with any sort of pain that I had. I did saunas. I've done cold plunging. But the best place to start is definitely a parasite cleanse. And I felt relief within 3 days of doing a parasite cleanse when I had endo. That's why I started on this journey. I started on it specifically because I couldn't get any doctors to help me anymore. And I had 13 surgeries and a hysterectomy. Like, that's a lot. Like, they told me I can't be cut on anymore. Like, you're just creating more and more scar tissue. So I was developing adenomyosis because I had been cut on so much. Let's see. Any contraindications for Parasite? Can't do it while you're pregnant. Can't do it while you're breastfeeding. No under the age of 3. No chemo meds. And no blood thinners. Can use your products while on for panic. You want to check your medications against our herbs. You can go up into my link and go to Hello Pharmacist. Thanks, man. I'm on my 5th day. I did microneedling. Do you guys know what that is? I did Morpheus 8. So they go in and they do thousands of little gold-plated needles that make your body create collagen. And so when you're chronically ill, like I basically had like no collagen left in my face. Basically, it was just like, and so over the last few years, I've been doing some microneedling to help tighten up my skin a little bit because it was so loose from being so overweight. And when I say that this was such a shock to my system, I used to be a snowboarder. I'd snowboarded since I was 14. I did roller derby in Reno. You know, I was an athlete. And so when I show the picture of how sick I was, it was shocking to me and my family because, you know, I used to be very active, especially when in 2016, when I started doing my own log home and building it, I really wasn't as sick as I was. And so it really kind of is a game changer when you find out you have mold and you have parasites, because you can find ways to help, like Parasite and Moldies. Started the cleanse. Do we have to do a strict diet? So crazy, you can go up into my profile. You can go up into my profile, and up in there, it is the cookbook. There's a free e-cookbook up there. So I highly recommend downloading that. Just know it's a guide, okay? And that you can eat meat on it, even though I picked the strictest diet, which is the Candida diet. No meat, no carbs, no sugar, no alcohol. But I definitely recommend getting the cleanest meat that you can and just really just eating as clean as you possibly can. 3 years is the shelf life. 3 years. Was I a doctor? No, I was a licensed medical specialist. I ran 25 healthcare colleges. I have 2 healthcare degrees. I was a professor and I wrote multiple healthcare books. I also wrote national certifications for people like pharmacy, medical assisting, medical billing and coding, nursing. And I sat on advisory boards, and then I wrote a bunch of A&P books. I also helped with EMR when we were getting electronic medical records here in our society, because I dealt with a lot of insurance back in the day. I ran a bunch of medical services that had oxygen. I worked in an ER. I worked in an urgent care. I worked with kids. I worked as a medical specialist, and my specialties were neurology and endocrinology. And yeah, I just really like the human body. And then I got really sick, and then I had to figure out my own human body. What do you recommend for cleansing for whole family? Parasite, and ages 3 and 10 can share a kit. Just know when you share a kit with your child, you're not going to get as much of the tinctures. So we do recommend that everyone gets their own. But if you can't afford everyone to get their own, then I highly recommend getting the adults Parasite kits, as well as anyone over the age of 10, and then ages 3 to 10, get them their own Parasite tincture. And we do give instructions inside of the kit. You can give your children 1 to 3 times a day. There are tinctures, so you can adjust 5 drops, 10 drops, 15 drops, just adjust to tailor to your lifestyle. I picked the way that I did it because we're all kind of indoctrinated by Western medicine. And so I wanted to make sure that we all had some guidance. So I include instructions, But if you veer off from it, it's okay. Like, it's okay. It's just about getting the herbs in your body. If you're just joining us, use Parafy10 as your discount code. Does anyone know how long I've been on this live? Instagram doesn't like it when I go beyond an hour. So I want to look real quick and see when last time I did a text. So 6:46. Okay, so around 45 minutes maybe. Goes fast. It goes fast. All right, when you start the cleanse, you have a strict diet. I answered that one. Who has the link for the sunlight? Sorry. Oh, it's okay, friend. Go to Elizabeth Carson. Elizabeth Carson. ELISABETH. Carson. I have a bunch of videos with her. I was on her podcast. So you can just scroll down and see. She's got black hair. We're split screened. Anyway, she has a link. How critical is the diet? It's not super critical. Not on your first cleanse, Desi. Do your best. We're just trying to like unalive them the best we can. And usually they say starve them. So like I just picked the Candida diet. It's the strictest. Just do your best. I need the Lyme one. Oh man, the lymph kit's going to be great, Erica. It's going to be great. Yeah. Has the link. Woo! Elizabeth has the link. Everybody that wants to know about sunlight, go to Elizabeth Carson's account. I'm not an affiliate with them. Go to her. She tells me all about it. It's got the infrared sauna and go to her. She tells me all about it. It's got the infrared sauna and frequencies inside of it. And I think they have one that has chromotherapy, which I'm stoked. I can't wait. I love different lights. So this is a Llama light. It's a laser. It's kind of expensive. But I got it because it helps my Lyme. And it's what they use in therapies. So it's helped with my melasma. So I have different discoloration. It helps with right here. And then when I'm feeling like I'm in a lot of pain, I put it on my joints. But it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. The Last of Us TV series is real. Thank you, Tiny Greenhouse. Okay, I'm coming over here to Ticker Talker. So I don't have any cravings on my Parafy kit. Day 12, 0 caffeine, 0 sugar. Is this a good sign? It's a great sign, friend. It's a great sign. You said take binder after sauna. How long? Follow the 2-hour rule with a binder. So you wait 2 hours if you've done any medications or supplements. You take those and then wait 2 hours, take your binder and wait 2 hours if you're not doing something like Cellcore's binder. So right after you get out of the sauna, Amber, if you follow that 2-hour rule. Let's see. Long life eczema here. And after I did my first cleanse, it's all gone. That's awesome. I'm so excited to do my first one this week with the worm moon. I know March is the worm moon, you guys. Some of my videos, because I usually do a video every March and I'm like, full moon, worm moon. It's true. March is the worm moon. Oh, it's so funny, huh? Should I be out there like, worm queen here? What's going on, full moon? Oh my goodness. Have you guys watched my new podcast, What's Eating You? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Our first episode is in the log home. Our second episode is a live talking about the first episode. Tomorrow's field trip, which is where we take you guys on a field trip, is at Dr. Cohn's Institute in California. And it's so good. And it launches tonight, midnight, I think is when it drops. And then every Tuesday we'll be dropping an episode. So we talk about mold, we talk about TPE, we talk about diet, we talk about coffee enemas, like all of these crazy things that I talk about on my account, where I'm like putting them into a podcast. And then in April, we're going to the shop. We're going to do a podcast in the shop. We're going to show the shop. I'm so excited because I've only shown the shop a little bit in the last 3 years, because in case you guys don't know, we manufacture our own products in a 10,000 square foot manufacturing facility that me and Jeremy, Erica and Jack, the owners of our company, all 4 of us own the company, that we actually built ourselves. So we soak our own products. We're third-party tested. We're so proud of this. We have over 30 employees and we manufacture them ourselves. We want to know exactly what's going in our bodies as well as what's going into yours. So that's what made me start this company, was that I didn't even know some of the tinctures said natural ingredients, and you know that they're allowed to put quotes and not need to tell us exactly what the natural ingredients are. And I don't really feel like that's fair, especially when you're in a self-healing environment. You should know what you're putting in your body. Like, we're in that world now. So I wanted to make sure that I could make a product that was as clean as possible. My regimen for mold and how often do you do it? So I have a moldies kit. I do recommend 2 to 3 Parasite kits prior to demolding. So you want to do Parasite, you can do them back to back. So around 3 months of doing Parasite. Parasites hold spores, and most people that have lived in mold do have parasites. That's just the common knowledge that I've found. At least that was for me. And so they drop spores, so you're trying to avoid them creating more spores in your body. So then you pivot from the Parasite kit, you'll pivot over to the moldies kit, and you can do that 18 to 24 months every single day if you would like. I also recommend mold avoidance. I also recommend HBOT, which is hyperbaric chamber oxygen therapy. You can look up HBOT, and mold doesn't like oxygen, so it snuffs it out. So I do recommend doing that. I also recommend NAD IV. That's everything I've done, not medical advice. This is literally what I do with my life every single day. So I do recommend looking into these extra modalities, specifically because mold doesn't like them. So if you can't get out of the mold and you're living in the mold, then you obviously can't do mold avoidance, which is fine. There is a 50-50 in the mold world that you shouldn't live in it, but like, what's the heck, man? Like, where are you supposed to go? Like, I get it. We had to leave our travel trailer that had mold and go and do mold avoidance in a hotel room. We were very lucky that we could financially afford that at that time, because Jeremy and I used to not even be able to afford food. When we first found out how sick I was and we moved out to our property and built our log home, we literally were on food stamps, just barely making it in life, because being chronically ill is expensive. It's very expensive. I just named all these modalities, but they all cost money. I know that, so finding really good resources, that going out and moving your body, going and taking a hot shower, and then doing a cold shower. I feel like cold is underutilized so much. Like, we should be doing more cold, in my opinion. Most people don't like that, but that is my opinion. All right. So if you're on this live, use Parasite10 as your discount code. Don't be nervous to start. It's such a good cleanse. We give you everything you need to know. You go up into my profile, you can download the free fast track guide. You can download the free cookbook. You can download the free drainage guide. You can download the free parasite identification ebook. Everything I do and talk about is free. You can listen to the hundreds of podcasts that I have in my link tree. I want you to do the cleanse and be comfortable and not have a bad cleanse. So, what parasites, worms are associated with autoimmune? Do you know what this is? Yes. Have you seen some of my videos? I recommend George just going in and doing Parasite kit. If you type in that word in the search bar here on Instagram, it will pull up one of the videos I've done that shows that people have recovered from that. It's a skin issue. But it starts a fungus inside of your body. So I recommend doing Sustain, which is one of the tinctures. So get yourself Super Parasite. And then inside of that is called Sustain. So Super Parasite is Red Artist, Parasite, Sustain, and Metal Flush. And it includes the binder and instructions. I have MS and Lyme, and I'm so excited to cleanse. I'm excited for you, Amber. Also make sure that you take Recover, Immune, and Red Artist. It'll make your cleanse so much better now that I know you have MS and Lyme. You want to have a gentle cleanse. No one wants a bad cleanse. A bad cleanse is like a bad trip. You might not ever do it again, even though it's good for you. Can I do colon? Yes, please do colon hydrotherapy. Please do colonics. Please do coffee enemas. Please do the sauna. Please do cold plunging. Please do HBOT. Like all of the things you can do, it's only going to push more. Okay. There isn't an activity. Oh, that scared me. Whoo! Scared me. TikTok just said, oh, we're noticing there's no activity. I'm literally sitting here talking. There's plenty of activity. I'm literally scrolling. I don't know what else you want me to do. And anyway, I used to get booted all the time on TikTok, so my heart just stopped. Whew. Give me a second. Whew. You don't have to stay close to the bathroom. Maybe the first couple of days. Why do you gain weight after each parasite? That's a die-off, my friend. So where are you at on your journey? And then you should email us, team@rogershood.com, and definitely look at like doing more sauna, doing HBOT, because you also should look at doing a mold cleanse with moldies. A lot of people that do the Parasite kit, they've gotten to a point with the parasites that like now they've got to go in and tackle your body in a different way with moldies. And so you can rotate. And a lot of people do moldies and they actually see more parasites, just to be honest with you. Does anyone know the answer? I'm sorry, Queen. I don't know what you're asking. But ask me again. I'm down at the bottom here. I had to scroll through. So I don't have any cravings after second day, 0 caffeine. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Going to do the Dr. Detox Friday. What time do I start the drink? Anytime you want. I'm not sure what that is. Okay, if I didn't answer your question, I'm going to move through some of these. What else to get besides the kit to start? I recommend Gutty to start. So go and get the Ultimate Parasite Kit. It's Gutty, it's fulvic, it's the Parasite Kit. So I recommend that. Is Crohn's a parasite? I think that it is a side effect. And I think that when you start to have your microbiome disrupted, it creates other type of labels. And Crohn's is one of them. You can drink coffee. You can just limit yourself to the coffee. Just do your best. Is there ever a parasite too big to cleanse with the herbs? No. Is it good for diabetics and thyroid? I have a thyroid issue. I have hypothyroid. I was able to decrease my synthroid, and I definitely feel better. My hair has grown back quite a bit. So I definitely think that it is helpful. And if you have diabetes, definitely test yourself a little bit more than you normally would, specifically because as you're starting to remove some toxins out of your pancreas and your liver, your body starts to operate a little bit differently. So you want to make sure that your medication isn't too high and that you are monitoring your sugars. Does Parasite Kit help with Yes, friend. My husband had D. fragilis. I had Cryptosporidium parvium. We have roundworm, pinworm, and liver flukes. It's been a journey with these worms and the parasites. Giardia, D. fragilis, and Crypto. Those are 3 microscopic parasites usually found in water. How do I know if I have a parasite? I mean, Zen, we just all say you should be cleansing 3 to 4 times a year. You can go and get tested through parasites.org. Again, up in my profile. That's what I did. They send your stool to Arizona and to Mexico. But I do recommend, if you continually keep seeing parasites, to just spend the $250, test your stools, see exactly what's going on. You can take those results to a doctor. I also have preferred practitioners in my profile under preferred practitioners. There's 4 of them in there. I have had them all as my own doctors. So I recommend Dr. Giles. She's my preferred practitioner right now because that's who I've been seeing for years. Dr. Cohn is really great. Him and Dr. Calvin, Dr. Dakota. There's Jenna. I have a lot of doctors in there. Just really great people that really believe in everything we talk about. Not there gaslighting you, giving you lots of options, alternatives to do things. So, thanks, Christina. She said, you give such good information. I try, man. So much information, so much goes on in my brain. I want to just shout it all out, but then I have to censor myself a little bit too because, these platforms, big tech, don't always like it when you sit here and tell everything. But that's why I go up into the links, because if I don't answer something, Everything I talk about is up in the links in my profile. Just so you guys know. How long does the kits last before they expire? 3 years. I bought it but haven't been able to use it since I was out of state. No worries. Will have a tooth extracted. Should I wait before? I would start it before. I guess parasites don't cause regarding diverticulitis. My husband had diverticulitis. He still does. You have to be so careful with diverticulitis. We call it the reticulitis. Please help. I got a kit from, I'm so far. I'm so sorry. Laura, okay, so Arsify. I think you'll be okay. To be honest with you, I've got one, someone sent it to me. It looks like they just put essential oils inside of bottles that they mimicked ours, and I'm really sorry you can talk to your credit card company. We got them taken down. It took months and thousands of dollars. I think we spent like tens of thousands of dollars trying to get them taken down. We finally got them taken down. We had some scammers who stole my videos, and then they put Shop Now on my profile, or on their profile, and it went right to their website, and they stole thousands from people. And we did, as soon as I found out about it, I was on it, you guys. And it was the same time that the FDA had come knock on our door about our website. It was a really challenging few months. I'm gonna stop playing with that. You could probably hear it. Yes, parasitic infections can cause anemia, whipworm, and hookworm. They take iron. That's how they feed. How long does the program take to get through? 30 days to start, but we recommend 3 to 4 times a year. Can you parasite cleanse with chronic Epstein-Barr virus? Absolutely, you can. I highly recommend it. Sustain is one of the tinctures that I created, and it has usnea, and usnea helps with EBV. I also have EBV. I have strep. I had crypto. I have cytomegalovirus. I have pandas. I have all the labels. Have you seen improvement in eye floaters after mold detoxing? Absolutely, I have. Yep. I also use a lot of red light for my floaters. I also noticed that after doing therapeutic plasma exchange, TPE, I saw way less floaters. So mold can carry spores that allow parasites to invade your body. Yeah, the spores live inside of the parasites. When you deworm, you drop the spores. So when you deworm and you drop those spores, the spores can colonate if you don't have movement. So I recommend doing 2 to 3 parasite cleanses first with Parafite, and then going in and doing moldies. And you can do moldies back to back. Do you recommend a lymphatic cleanse before starting the Parafite kit? I do, and ours will be launching May. So until then, just get started. Make sure you're peeing, pooping, and perspiring, the 3 Ps. What works for Toxo? Well, it's a 6-week protocol if you have active Toxo. If not, you can use Parafite to keep your symptoms down. Do you keep your eyes open when doing red light? I mean, I do. My mom was sitting there with me when I was doing it, and she was like, "What are you doing, Kim?" I'm like, "Listen, I've been doing this for years. My eyesight has not gotten worse, even with all of my health issues." And then I was watching Joe Rogan, and he was like, "I opened my eyes and I don't need readers no more." And I don't know, I'm not giving that advice. I'm just saying that I watched that. Which shower filter do you use? If you go up into Amazon and you type in 1 micron shower filter, that's the one I use. It's clear, it's got add back minerals in it, and it's got a 1 micron filter on it. Hi, Kristen. How are you? All right. Okay. I think, how long have I been on? Does anyone know? Can anyone type it in? Tell me how long I've been on. You stared at the sun for 30 minutes today and you'll be all right, right? Oh, thanks, Kirsten. I appreciate it. Man, I've been busy the last 3 years. I went viral and haven't looked back. I just keep going. Just keep going. Yes, parasites can affect your teeth. They're in our mouth because they're in our tissue, our blood, and our muscle. Doing a cleanse now, but just one question. Why do we have to do it 30 days? I just picked 30 days. You make or break a habit in 21. I didn't want to waste tinctures and herbs, so you'll kind of know what's going on after 30 days. Yes, Parasite can help SIBO. SIBO is a small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. It can help kind of regulate and calm. And if you have SIBO, make sure you're really conscientious about what probiotic you take. I cured mine with PA. You did. That's awesome. Anybody know how long I've been on this live for? I'm just trying to make sure because Instagram doesn't like it when I go over an hour. So then I won't be able to save it. So I want to make sure. It was at 7 or 6. Let's see. What time? What time did I text last? I don't know. It's okay. 1 hour. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just going to keep going for a little bit longer. And if it lets me save it, great. If it doesn't, whatever. Yes, I ship worldwide. I think I'm at an hour. Almost an hour. So over here, should I save it and then you guys can hop back on, or should I just go with it and see if it lets me go beyond an hour on Instagram? What do you guys think? I usually keep everything in an hour because of that, but the diet's already killing me. Do your best, friend. So just started today and the diet's killing her. That's okay, but you can add meat. And I've done a lot of research over the last couple of years. And I do suggest eating grass-fed, grass-finished. Okay. Hold on, TikTok. I'm gonna get off of this. And then I'll come back. Okay. All right. Hold, tick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm gonna get off and then I'm gonna save it and then I'm gonna come back. All right. Okay, bye. All right, you guys are going to see the fanciness that I have to do here. I'm really fast. What a great live. Let me know in the comments what you would like me to talk about on my next live. Hashtag. Thanks for your guys' patience. Hashtag Worm Queen. You're getting to see BTS. Hashtag Parasites. I hate writing descriptions. I hate it. Hashtag mold. What else do we talk about? Hashtag Lyme. Hashtag podcast. Hashtag cleanse. All right. Okay, then share. Do you want to be on? Okay, and then I'm gonna go back on, and then I'll come back. Oh, hashtag endo. Good, I'll do that. Yeah, right. I don't think everyone knows this, but I literally had endometriosis since I was in my early 20s, and I had a hysterectomy when I was 29. So, it's scary. Endometriosis is scary, you know. Symptoms you may think are normal, but actually parasites. Truth bomb, mom. Oh, it's saved. It's saved. Add to my story. It's saved. Okay. Keep editing. All right. Yay. All right. Now I'm going back in. I'll do another hour. No, I won't do a whole hour. Probably another half an hour, and then I'll be good. You know, TikTok really needs to save these things. Okay, ready? Because it's like, hi everyone. This is the first part of the second live. Okay. All right, here we go. This is the second part of the live that everyone's rejoining because I have a fear on Instagram. They like to cut me out after an hour. So I'd rather save it and then come back and do it again. Hi everyone. Hi, everyone's coming back. We're back. We're back. You know, it's just really important. Like, you spend an hour doing this, you kind of want to save all the knowledge for other people to be able to watch it too. So, hi. Okay, can I start cleansing without gutty? Absolutely. Cream of bacon, you 100% can. Gutty is just a mucoid plaque cleanse with a colon cleanse. So I definitely do recommend just getting started. It's 3 days and sometimes it has like it's hard to get down. It's hard to get down. I finally caught a live. Woo! Well, you can also catch my live. I just saved it. So what did you use to treat your Lyme? Well, I used quite a few things. first I started with the Parasite kit. So I did Parasite cleansing. I did mold cleansing, which we're starting in May. I'll have a lymphatic kit, which the lymphatic kit, I used Lyme herbs in it. So it's kind of a Lyme kit. LYMF, it's going to be the name of the kit because I put Lyme with lymphatic together because they're spelled the same. And then I do HBOT. I do hyperbaric chamber oxygen therapy. Oxygen therapy is really great for Lyme. I also do TPE, which is therapeutic plasma exchange, sauna, cold plunge. You know, I really dug into facilities and I couldn't afford to go to a facility. So I just kind of looked at what their protocol was. And I've just been doing that over the last few years instead of going to a facility. No one has time to go to a facility and no one has hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so I just looked at what the options were that they would give me. So I got things like this Llama laser, which is a couple grand, but it is the laser that helps with my joints when I have Lyme in my big joints. So I do a lot of red light. I make sure that I exercise and then I go outside a lot. And so I'm really going in and just kind of moving my body more. That's really what it's about. Our turnaround time is about 7 to 10 days right now, and our shelf life is 3 years. Heavy metal cleansing first, nice thing is that we have a Parasite, Candida, and heavy metal detox, and that's what Parasite is. The Parasite kit. It has all 3 of those. I do believe that when you go in and you start to have die-offs, you want to just have a lot of die-offs. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get it all done. Rip the Band-Aid off. Really get in there and get everything done that you can get done. You've got to bind anyway. You're going to break up some Candida. You're going to have issues with parasites. You're going to have issues with heavy metals. You might as well start to relieve some of those issues, as well as the herbs all kind of hang out with each other. You know what I mean? So, Graves' disease and thyroid. If you're taking any medication, go up into the profile and use the Hello Pharmacy link to compare. I just barely missed this month's full moon. I will be watching for the next. You can start anytime. It doesn't have to just be during the full moon, just so you guys know. Is it birth control safe? I mean, definitely look at your medication against charcoal. That would be your biggest issue, is the charcoal. It's $100. Use Parasite 10 as your discount code. Do you think the vibration plate affects parasites? I think it's just moving your lymphatic system, because they can live in the lymphatic system. So moving your lymphatic system is what the vibration plate can do. Okay, I should try this for the first time, but what should I expect? You know, brain fog to go away, some swelling, inflammation to go down. And then you can go up into up in my profile. There's a fast track guide, and it'll talk all about what to expect, how to get your body ready, what to do. I have a drainage guide. They're all free. What to take for binders: coconut activated charcoal, bentonite clay. We have a binder called Cinnabon. It's Ceylon cinnamon and coconut activated charcoal. Love it. It's so good. I also like fulvic. And you can't do it while you're pregnant. It has to do with the herbs and nothing to do with what we do. It has to do with the herbs, like wormwood and black walnut hull and Oregon grapefruit. They're not for pregnancy. Is the cleanse painful? It's not painful. We did add willow bark in case you get a headache, in case you have some joint pains, in case you have some stomach pains. That's why we added willow bark. How to keep gone, not send from... I don't know what that means, friend. How to keep... I don't know what that means. I had die-off at day 3 and 10. I'm still taking it through the full moon and probably ending out of product by the 2nd week after. You should email us. My beach bungalow, it should last over 30 days. Email us, team@rogershood.com. If you had a leak or any issues, we can help you. The cleanse is rough first 4 days. Really not bad after that. That's good to know. If you're allergic to honey, we use raw, unpasteurized, unfiltered honey in all of our tinctures. We only heat it up to 98 degrees to keep the medicinal value of it, and that helps fight candida. When was willow bark added? Should we buy new? Nope, it's always been in there. Always. Metal Flush has always had willow bark. We have not changed our recipe. We have not changed our OG kit. We're just adding new kits. Like the support kit has immune and recover and sustain. We're now doing a lymphatic kit, which has lymph and holy skull. And then I'm reusing sustain because I love sustain. What are the thread words? What do thread look? Those are thread worms or Lyme. 3 years, expires 3 years. Sister, how are you? We haven't met yet, but I'm a new affiliate of yours. The cleanse changed my life. That's awesome, Teddy. I love that. I'm so glad. Makes me very happy. What's ideal order for all the kits? Super Parasite, because we don't have it in all the time. It has Red Artist. And then add Gutty and Fulvic. Fulvic's the best. If we have Candida overgrowth, should we use Sustain 3 times a day? Yes, Stacy. Yes. Hi, Alex Rose. Hi, my daughter has PKU, a rare metabolic genetic disorder, and we believe PANS recently. We believe a recent flood may have caused mold that we can't see, and the cleanse safe for 7. Yes, ages 3 and up. I had mold poisoning. I recommend Parafy 2 to 3 times prior to doing a mold cleanse, and you can do them back to back. My Moldies cleanse is really gentle. Parafy is really gentle. Add it to water. Take it 3 times a day. I'm sorry. I had pandas, so I get it. What kit should I order for the first time? Red Artist, so Super Parafy, add Gutty and Fulvic. Do the die-off symptoms last the entire 30 days? No, not normally. Normally they'll come and they'll go and they'll come and they'll go. You just know that that's what's happening. Get, depending on what die-offs you have, so you can go in the sauna, you can go in a cold plunge, you can do coffee enemas. Headaches usually is they're peeing and pooping in your body. That's why you have a headache. It's gross. It's gross. Do you have to take your binders 3 times a day? No, just once a day at night. I'm starting the Parafy cleanse next week. Any tips? Fast track guide in my profile. Drain, drain, drain. Make sure you're peeing, pooping, and perspiring. Lots of movement. Eat the best you can. Drink lots of fluids. And have grace on yourself. If you don't eat good one day, it is what it is. Can you do castor oil packs? Absolutely. Castor oil, I love castor oil and red light. I'll do castor oil on my abdomen, and then I put red light, and then it penetrates it down even deeper. How long after die-offs do the egg hatch? 7 to 21 days, depending on what parasite you have in your body. Yeah, coffee enemas are great. Happy Bum Bean is who I love the most. They're in my profile, but they also have videos, beginner's guide. Like, they're really a great company. What red light brand do I recommend? I like Loombox. Oh, I don't have it in here. But Loombox, you've seen them on Instagram. How do you know if your lymphatic pathways? You're peeing, pooping, and perspiring. Perspiring when needed to perspire. Like if you're on the treadmill and you start to sweat, you should be sweating, right? But those are your 3 P's, making sure you're doing that. Peeing, pooping, and perspiring. That's how you know. Hi, Kelly. How about CMOS from... Oh, girl. Have you gone over to Sammy CMOS? Oh, my God, you guys. She has the best CMOS. Go over to Sammy CMOS. Sam Bruno's my best friend. She's the co-host of our podcast, but she makes a CMOS superfood. Liquid Gold's my favorite. It has turmeric. It's so good. CMOS, chaga. It's a superfood, man. It's so good. Go over to her account. She only does orders in the DMs. Tell her I sent you into the Insta DMs and get the liquid gold. She'll know. I can't wait to receive my kit. Oh, Alex, woo, that's exciting. I'm so excited for you. Let me know when you get it. No, pregnant women cannot do a cleanse. So no pregnant, no breastfeeding, no under the age of 3 unless you want to decide for yourself around 2-ish. And then also no blood thinners, no chemo meds. Is your treatment safe with hot? Yes, but if you have medications, I can't tell you yes or no on that. So go open to my profile. There's a link that says Hello Pharmacist, and that Hello Pharmacist link, compare your meds against our herbs, and I suggest comparing them against wormwood and Oregon grapefruit. Those are the 2 strictest herbs that we have. Black walnut hull, it's pretty strict, but the herbs decide what you can and can't do. I'm just here to facilitate those herbs and share them with the world. Oh, now, I started a while ago. Ooh. My daughter has scalp psoriasis. Will a cleanse help? Yes. Have you looked into my videos. I have before and after of a little girl who had eczema, and then they put her on a steroid. She got steroid withdrawal, and our kit, after 2 months of being on our kit back to back, cleared her up. I got a bunch of before and afters. It's quite wild. I have a ton of before and afters for psoriasis, eczema, acne. On the site, I see all the steps drop spaced out every few hours. How many days do you do these steps? 30 to 40 days. We have 30 days is a cleanse. I give you around 40 days. So you can do 30 days and then you break. You can do a 5-day mini cleanse over the full moon and then you start again. We recommend 3 to 4 times a year. Yes, it helps with candida. I'm having pain in my appendix area where the cleanse help. I can't guarantee that. I mean, it's just detoxing your body. It's just helping get your body in a normal state of homeostasis and pushing out any yucky. Are there any binders besides charcoal you recommend? I know. We're working on it. I really like Fulvic, and I do really like Cellcore's biotoxin binder. It has citric acid in it, though. That's the only bummer, is their company merged with another company, and then they added citric acid to all of their antiparasitics and their binders. It's just kind of sad. Anyway. Hello. How do you use Red Artist? You do it in the mornings, 30 drops. You can do it at night if it makes you feel good. You just add it with your normal supplements, or you can add it with Parafy. That's it. It's red belted polypore and artist conch. Red Artist is amazing. It's always out of stock because it's such a good tincture. To start, someone asked over here, mold, fungus, parasites. You start with parasites first. They hold spores. Parasites and fungus kind of hang out. And so we use Sustain, which is my tincture, and that goes with the fungus. So parasites and fungus, and then parasites also hold the spores. So you're going to drop spores. So you'll do 2 to 3 parasite cleanses first, and then followed up with the moldies cleanse. I have a mold cleanse. I had mold. So those were like, I did multiple different mold cleanses because there wasn't anything all nice and packaged like I made. And so those were the herbs that helped me the most. And so I put them in the moldies kit so that you could just go get a kit instead of, man, what I had to do was nuts. I had to take one tincture, and then I had to take this trazomol yuckiness, and then I had to take this powder stuff. And I mean, it was like so overwhelming. And the thing that sucks about it is that when you find out you have mold poisoning, you're so sick that it just is so much work. I just wanted to make it simple for people. Hi, Angie. How are you, my friend? Do you think parasites is the root cause for? I do. Keratosis. I do. I think that it's a root cause for a lot of things. I don't think it's the only root cause, but I do believe in my case it was the root cause that was making me so sick. And then I found out I had mold. And then I found out I had pandas and encephalitis. And, you know, I'm just working on myself every day. I do this all day long to make sure that I can stay as healthy and happy as I can. I almost died, and I don't ever want to get my body or my health back to that again. I want to make sure that I am the best version. I show up every day the best version. I started a company. I want to make sure I am the best version for my team, my husband. You know, we got some big plans that I'm excited to share with you guys here soon about what me and Jeremy are going to be doing. And, you know, there might be a build coming back on my account because, you know, we like to build. We're builders. So I definitely want to be the best version of myself, and I want to show up every day the best. So I suggest, if that's how you feel, watch my account, go read my ebooks that I give for free, try the kit. Like, the worst thing that's going to happen is that you poop out some worms. You might feel better, you know? So, let's see. I'll go over here. Okay, I have a few more, and then I'm probably going to go soon. I know, I was all excited to do more, but I'm getting a little tired. Your skin looks amazing, and your eyes are so bright. The skin tells all. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Definitely the whites of my eyes are much better than they ever were before. Oh my God, I watched this one chick. And she said, do you know you have parasites if below here they're in your intestines? I don't know about that, but like I've got some. Then go, I think if you type in parasites in the eyes, I had a parasite in my left eye. Have you guys gone and watched my new podcast, What's Eating You? Sam Bruno produced it with me. It's so good. Why is citric acid bad? Because it's derived from Aspergillus niger, which is mold. Sucks. It's in everything. Everything we eat. I have to go through. When I go to the grocery store, it takes hours. All of our chips have citric acid in it. It's a filler and a preservative. Yeah, it's black mold. It's like in everything. They use it as a preservative and a filler. So, you know, the more you know. It says drink gutty 3 days and wait 4 before starting Parasite. So purchase 3 gutty. Nope, you just purchase 1. We give you 3. 1 order is 3 days. Is there a correlation between parasites and PCOS? I believe there is. I believe there's a correlation between endo and PCOS. And if you have PCOS, this is not medical advice, but I strongly suggest that you do maitake mushrooms 5 grams a day. They will help balance out your sugar on a natural level and will help your PCOS. So look up maitake mushrooms. I also recommend putting in turkey tail, because turkey tail, which is going to be in our new kit, but turkey tail breaks up adhesions, and they give it to patients that are on chemo. It breaks up scar tissue and tumors. And I also recommend lion's mane 5 grams a day because it breaks through the blood-brain barrier of your brain, helping you heal. So if you want a really good cocktail to make yourself feel better, I recommend maitake, lion's mane, and turkey tail, all 5 grams a day. The difference between 1 gram, which is what you normally get when you do a supplement, and 5 grams is that 5 grams is a therapeutic dose. And you're trying to get in there and just do more than supplement. So I really recommend trying those mushrooms and maybe taking them the rest of your life. I also recommend getting the Parasite kit and also add Recover and Immune if you have PCOS. Recover is oyster, shiitake, milk thistle, and pumpkin seed. And it'll help with your hair, skin, nails. And it'll also help remove any sort of, well, not remove, not cure anything. Radiation. It'll help with any radiation symptoms you might have because you've been exposed. And oysters help with your immune system. Mushrooms are just a really great way of supplementing into your body the things that we're not getting in our food. Yeah, so PCOS is a journey for sure. I had stage 4 endometriosis, beginning stages of cervical cancer, 13 surgeries, and a hysterectomy when I was 29. So I had 5 surgeries before my hysterectomy. I had 5 surgeries after my hysterectomy, even though I shouldn't have been producing endo because I didn't have a uterus anymore, but I still did. And I had Lyme, and I'm in remission. I've been in remission from endometriosis and anemiosis for 3 years now. What about lupus? I believe that you should parasite cleanse when you have lupus. I also believe that you need to do red light therapy. You need to look at NAD therapy. Not medical advice, just a lot of things that I've done. I don't have lupus, but my sister does. And she does my kit, and she feels so great on it. So she'll do it, and then she'll take 7 days, and then she'll do it again. She doesn't really take that many breaks in between because she feels so great on it. And I did that with Sustain. Sustain has usnea in it. Usnea is Mother Nature's doxycycline. It also helps with symptoms from viruses and bacteria. It helps suppress your appetite so that you're not starving, because there is a real thing with babesia when you have Lyme. That's air hunger, mold. So when you can take a tincture that has really good herbs in it, it'll help you not feel, and that's what Sustain is. Can you need the thing? Yes. So 3 herbs that will help with PCOS, endometriosis, anemiosis, and just female regulation for hormones. Maitake mushroom, 5 grams a day. Then lion's mane, 5 grams a day. Turkey tails, 5 grams a day. Red Artist, which is our tincture that has red belta polypore, and artist conch is really great to take, and you can take a full dropper twice a day. You can do that every day for the rest of your life, that's what I recommend. Just them in your body. I'm doing the heavy metal detox day 4 and I'm fatigued. Is that from the heavy metals? Yes, it is. I'll be buying the Parasite Cleanse next. If you're on this live, use Parify10 as your discount code to get 10% off. And make sure you are signed up on our email list so that you can get any sales we have, podcast drops. I'm going to be on Dr. X in April, and then it'll launch in June. And he has become an affiliate with us. So we will be celebrating that. I'm really excited about it. I'm on a couple of really big podcasts this year. I think that it's a fungus that you need to cleanse from your gut, my friend Dee Dee. Do you think that? Yes, I do think that's a root cause. First timer beginner kit, Super Purify. Throw in Gutty and Fulvic. Day 2 of your Purify cleanse. Woo, woo, Jenny. I'm excited. I still have low iron and supplements and metal detox still good. Yes. After the first round, how soon do you recommend doing the next? 7 days. Have you had any experience with using oil of oregano? Yes, I have, and I actually don't like it. It made my eyes swell, but I also was in mold. And so it's a hot herb. That's the issue. And like some people don't do well with hot herbs. And you have to be so careful with oregano oil. You can't take it too long. You can't take too much of it. You have to use it like an antibiotic because it works that way. So I think people that take it willy-nilly is just kind of a struggle bus, you know. Oh, someone said my favorite channel. Do you need to follow a special diet? It's best. You can go up into my profile. There's a free e-cookbook up there. Do your best. I say no sugar, no carbs, no meat, no alcohol. However, I've done a lot of research and I just haven't had time to write a new e-cookbook, but I am recommending that you do eat some really, really clean, grass-fed, grass-finished beef, organic turkey, chicken, like eat as clean as possible. I have to take it for sinuses. Okay. You can also put drops in the Parify kit and do it in your neti pot. Is it okay to pair with another colon cleanse? No, I recommend one at a time. Does this help with hair loss? Yes, but you want to add Recover and take it every day. It's one of my tinctures. It has pumpkin seed, oyster mushroom, shiitake mushroom, and milk thistle, so it'll help with your hair. And if you're having that issue as well, go through and look at my Moldies kit. Would fasting during? Yes, absolutely, fasting helps with it. Which kit is best if you have diabetic too? Parify. Super Parify will help regulate your sugars. So go and get the Super Parify kit. Does Sustain get rid of toenail fungus? It can, yes. It can help it. We don't cure anything here on TikTok and Instagram. Does mold make your hair fall out? Absolutely. I lost half my hair. Still, after years of not being in the mold, I'm still literally fighting to get my hair to continuously grow like normal. I used to have the most beautiful hair. I sound like an old person when I say I used to have the most beautiful hair. But I did. It's growing back though. Like it's long. It's just thin. It's just thinner. It used to be really thick. It's from the mold. Yes, even when you have leaky gut, you can still use the Parify kit and it can help. Love, I'm sorry. She thinks she has mold. Would fasting help? Yes. What are your thoughts on using probiotics? I think that, you know, using an alive probiotic, something that's in the fridge, or using your food. I like eating coconut cult and then following that up with blueberries. That's a pre and pro and it's from your food. I would prefer to do that than take a pill. Zeolite. I like zeolite, but you know, I like other herbs as heavy metal detoxers than zeolite. I like cilantro and you know, all of the Pure Body Extra, I think it's great. However, parasites eat heavy metals. So when you go in and you remove the heavy metals with something like zeolite, you got to follow it up with herbs that will also remove parasites. So an anti-parasitic. Can I take the cleanse to get rid of mold? I recommend 2 to 3 Parify kits and then follow up with our Moldies kit. You saved my so many lives. I truly appreciate you. Oh, thanks. I mean, I guess it's just kind of been, it's my mission. I saw it all when I went viral in July of 21. I looked at Jeremy and I said, I have to do this, right? And he's like, I mean, do you? And I'm like, I do. The moment I went viral and I saw this need of people and knowledge, and I have it. Like, why would I keep that from you guys? Why would I keep that from the world? It's so important to have this knowledge. Knowledge is power. And knowing your body, knowing yourself, and knowing what can and can't help you, and just going with your gut and your intuition. Like, if that's all that anyone gets from this live or any lives that I do, literally just know you really do have the answers, and your body is meant to heal itself. Like when you cut yourself and it heals, it's meant to do that. It wants to perform for you. It's holding your soul. It's holding your insides are holding your soul. And it wants to perform. Like, that's what it's here to do. Let it, but also give it a little bit of herbs and give it a little bit of modalities, IVs and HBOT and oxygen, and like, it's okay. And give yourself grace. This is such a challenge. I mean, I've been doing this for years. I'm just now. I don't think a lot of people knew how sick I even was when I was going viral. I was living in mold. I was still very ill. I was starting a business and I was running myself ragged. So the mold and the parasites were just like, yeah, So just know you're all doing your best. Thank you. I recommend NAD and a Myers cocktail. If you're just starting IVs, Myers has magnesium and zinc and vitamins. But I love NAD. NAD totally changed my life. What do you suggest for an autoimmune? Start with Parafy. Start with the Super Parafy kit. If you guys are on here and you're going to go buy a kit, go buy the Super Parafy kit. We have some in stock right now. I don't know how long they'll be in stock for. Add yourself some Recover and Immune, Gutty, and Fulvic. Like, get the whole family doing this. This should be done 3 to 4 times a year. It should be a good practice that Western medicine has not put us in. Other countries cleanse, other countries deworm, other countries know that their water's toxic, that their food has issues. Other countries know this. We have just been indoctrinated. That is just the way that Western medicine is. And it's not just the United States. Literally, I sell kits all around the world. So I get to see other countries that have like the biggest issues. And it's Australia, it's Canada, it's Europe. Like, these countries have issues just like us. But the United States definitely, hands down, has the most issues. Our water is not great. So I definitely feel like we're on a good path. We're really trying a lot of different things. There's people like me out here talking. We're in a medical awakening. It's super cool to watch. Everyone want to know more about their bodies. Everyone wants to know what they can do. And that's pretty awesome. If you're just joining me, use Parafy10 as your discount code. And I also suggest going up into my profile, downloading all of our free books. Everything I do is in my link tree. I've got my podcast, What's Eating You, and other podcasts. I'm going to be on Dr. X. I go and do my recording next month, and then it'll be released June. And then I also have a lymphatic kit coming out in May. So make sure you're signed up on our emails for that. Oh, thanks, Artwork Heals the Soul said, thank you for the Parafy kit. I feel so much better. The critters that left my body, wow. Like, they're embedded in us, They're in our blood, our tissue, our muscle. You just have to know that, like, this is a thing. And we just didn't ever know it was a thing. And now we know it's a thing. And I'm trying to talk about it even more and more. I'm having a rough time since finishing my Parafy kit. My kit lasted about 2 weeks, and I've had persistent migraines. Definitely start again our little bind at night. And if you have any left, just take it. Like, especially Sustain. Metal Flush has willow bark in it, so it's super helpful. I'm starting the Gutty tomorrow. Woo! that's exciting. Gutty. So here's my suggestion if you've gotten gutty. Do two mason jars. I like the mason jars. But do 2 cups. Pour half of the powder into 2 cups. So split it in half. Do 1 cup in one, and then do lime. Shoot it because the chia seeds set up. And then do the other cup of water and the lime and shoot it. It'll make it so much easier to take gutty. So, hi, I wanted to start a parasite cleanse, but don't know where to start. Could you help? Yes, go up into my profile, grab yourself Super Parify, download the fast track guide. It's an ebook in my profile, and the drainage guide, and just start reading. I give you all of that for free. You're welcome, friend. I'm excited. Gutty's great. Do you think it will be helpful? Yes, I believe it'll be helpful for restless leg syndrome because, you know, you're cleansing out your body. All right, 5 more minutes. I'm addicted. I love lives. Starting my parasite cleanse finally. Yay! Bought almost a year ago. One big first advice to start. Make sure you're peeing, pooping, and perspiring. Take Sustain 3 times a day if you start to get really bad die-offs. And if you have red artist, take that twice a day at the beginning because it'll help with any sort of Herxheimer reactions. I'm new to this. What should I start? Okay, anyone that's new, use Parify10 as your discount code. Go up into my profile and download the free fast track guide. It's up in my profile. The drainage guide. I also have a 600-page ebook for photos if you want to know what's coming out of you. We have a free cookbook. It's up in my profile, and it's will just help you guide you. You don't have to follow it to the T. Right now we have our cookbook says no meat, no carbs, no sugar, and no dairy. What else does it say I'm missing? Anyway, you can eat meat, eat grass-fed, the cleanest you can. Can I give my mom a parasite cleanse if she's on? You can check the medications against our herbs, specifically wormwood and Oregon grapefruit. In my profile, it'll say, hello, pharmacist. Yeah, no sugar. I've been told by doctor if you cleanse parasites and you don't do it right, they'll move and migrate. I mean, they're already moving and migrating already, friend. They live in our blood, our tissue, and our muscle. And during the full moon, you have more serotonin that runs into your body. And so it's like a river for them. They just hop on the, and so it's like a river for them. They just hop on the serotonin river, and then they start to migrate throughout your body, and then they dislodge themselves and they create new communities, dropping their eggs, dropping toxins. It's why you have swelling and flares and crap during the full moon, which, by the way, this moon is the worm moon. I mean, you can start on the full moon. The French say to start 3 days. You can start on the full moon. The French say to start 3 days prior to the full moon because that's when they start to dislodge themselves. So that's when you'll get the most of them. But I can never wait. If I feel like trash, I just want to start it, you know. I'm sorry you feel them moving. I felt them moving too. Probably why I literally pushed so hard to talk about it, because I was made to be feeling crazy, because I'm like, I can feel movement. I still feel some movement, but I have babesia and I have Lyme, and Lyme moves. Lyme is a spirochete, kind of like MS, and it burrows down into your muscle, and then it, just like a parasite, which it is, it then creates a biofilm, so it's a hard shell. And an archit, lungwort lichen, which is in metal flush, is what is our biofilm breaker. And so when you do a cleanse, you want to make sure you have a biofilm buster. And ours has metal flush, which has lungwort lichen in it, which breaks that biofilm, exposing them. And then they're like not getting fed. Then they come out to see what's going on. And then you bring in the other herbs that then like sweeps them away. It's a whole thing. And specifically because, you know, they're a frequency. And I just brought in herbs that match their frequency, like an opera singer singing and shattering the glass. That's what I did when I brought in the herbs specific for what ailments you'll have while you parasite cleanse. I've been through many cleanses. I've had lots of die-offs. I've had them come out of my skin, my eyes, my nose, my mouth, my ears. I've had it. I soaked in my feet in fulvic. I had them swim out of my feet. Like, we were infested. The water where I live is contaminated. And so it was really wild how sick Jeremy and I were from this. So I made sure that when I was doing the cleansing and I was showing it on social media, that I was showing what else you could use. And it just became so expensive. That's why I created the Parasite kit. And then I started this business, and it's been going on for 3 years. We ship worldwide. We have 30 employees, 10,000 square foot manufacturing facility. Yeah, the water, Sophia, is so bad here. So we've tested Seattle's. It tested positive for nematodes. We lived in Hoodsport, tested positive for nematodes. They think their water here in Washington is like gold. And in fact, I think it might be, well, New York's worse because I've traveled a lot and I put up filters, and New York is worse than us. But I didn't test it for parasites. So all I can say is that Washington's water is brown and it's tested positive for parasites. Yes, ages 3 and up can do our kit. Coffee enemas are great. What is the autoimmune caused by yeast? Candida. From yeast, Candida. What is it? I mean, there's a lot of them. Psoriasis, eczema, thrush. I'm thinking. So happy for you both building this company. Thanks. I love it. I love the company. Oh, thanks. K Bubble Z official said you look amazing. Thanks, man. I'm working hard. I don't have MS. I have Lyme. I have Borrelia. So I tested in December of 23 and I came back positive for 2 strains of Borrelia and no other strains of anything. And then I did my therapeutic plasma exchange and I just retested for Lyme, and I have 20 strains of Lyme that are all not active but one. And then I have Babesia, which is active, but it didn't test positive the last time. That shows you how stealthy all of these environmental toxins are. I like your eyebrows today. You look different in a good way. Thanks. You know, I lost half my eyebrows and my eyelashes and half of my hair from mold. So, okay. Well, you guys, I loved this. I hope you guys loved my live as well. I'm really trying to do more. I've really missed doing lives. They're one of my favorite things to do. I get to talk with you guys. I miss my community. I just got myself so busy that I haven't been able to do them. But I really am making a conscious effort, even though I'm pretty tired tonight. I was like, I gotta go on live. I miss you guys. So I know, right? They're fun. They get busy, my lives. Okay. So I'm dedicating a week at least to lives. And then I'm bringing my sister. She's going to start doing lives over on Roger's Hood Apothecary's account. She's a talker like me. So I'm going to be bringing her on soon to help us with lives because I just love doing these. They're just great. She does lives on Poshmark. She sells like designer purses and stuff that she fixes herself, but she's just like me. We like to talk. So I'm really excited. So someone said, this is my first live with you and you are so good. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I've been doing lives for since 21. Oh my God, you guys. I've been doing this since July of 21. Hi, stars. Hi, friend. Congrats on all of your amazing things going on in life and your baby, and like you look healthy and just really great. I'm so thankful for this community. I appreciate everyone in it. I appreciate all the hard work we're all putting in. Keep going. I'm just going to keep pushing. We got a good movement going on here with the health movement. So, crazy. So I'm going to be on Dr. Josh Axe's podcast. He just signed up to be an affiliate with us. Very excited about that. I just sent Gary Brecca and his family some kits. So, yeah, I mean, This is great, right? Like, we need to know how to cleanse our bodies. We need to know what to do with all of these environmental toxins that are constantly coming at us every day. So I'm just really excited to be here. I'm so happy. I'm so glad I was finally on the FYP. Oh my God, it's been like over a year. Wow. I know, right? Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. If you guys haven't watched my podcast yet, What's Eating You? It's on YouTube. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram. Sign up on my emails. Keep up with me, what's going on. I'm doing something different like every day. I love being here. I'm so thankful for this community, and I appreciate all of you very much. I will save this live on Instagram. TikTok doesn't let you save it. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.